Looking at the new Speedzone this year, you see they still have the CNC milled face, but have expanded it to wrap around and kind of cup the face, which gives the driver greater ball speed across the entire face, meaning off-center hits will go farther. They've increased the amount of carbon in the crown, which lowers the weight and allows them to move that weight elsewhere. And they moved it lower and back, which creates a higher moment of inertia and more forgiveness. Cobra has one of the most extensive selections of low spin shafts offered at no upcharge, complementing that low and back center of gravity really well. We've got the Speedzone, which has the 2 adjustable weights, so you can throw that 14 gram forward or for lower flight, or you can put it back, and it adds a little higher launch, a little more spin, a little more forgiveness. Switching the 14 gram from front to back generally changes the backspin by about 500 RPM. Just something to be aware of. The Speedzone Extreme has the weight in the back, and then the Max is great for beginners. The 2 Speedzone drivers do come in black and white as well, and then the women's will come in that kind of soft pink and black for both drivers. The Speedzone drivers will have that adjustable hosel and could go 1.5 degrees either up or down, and also has a draw setting. And like I said, their shafts come in a wide selection of low spinning shafts once we get up to the stiff and extra stiff categories. So as always, we'll be looking at the ones that they offer at no upcharge. The first category is for those that feel they always hit the ball the same distance no matter what club they use. If this is you, then go with the F-Max. Cobra is great in this category. And these 2 drivers are 2 of the 3 that I'll start with in this category every time. If you are improving or athletic, you can try the Extreme. The airspeed comes in the F-Max, and then the Helium is the stock shaft in the Extreme. The airspeed will launch slightly higher. The Basara is about equal to the Helium, but it'll make the club head kind of feel lighter. So if you've got stronger arms, use the Basara over the Helium, and then if you swing from the top and like to swing really hard, you can try that Atmos. Same 2 heads carry over to the next category, but here I suggest you go with the Extreme. Unless you have a really high handicap or need a lot more forgiveness, then you can try that F-Max. Again, that F-Max has just that airspeed shaft. Helium, great all-around shaft, but if you want a little more height on your drives, you can try the airspeed. If you're more muscular in the arms or forearms, then the Basara feels slightly better. And then if you like swinging hard and from the top, go with that Atmos. If you're unsure, use the Helium. It's a great shaft for this club head. Looking at our light flex category, we start with the Extreme, and it too comes in the Helium shaft. For those that hit a slight draw, like tweaking your driver or have a lower handicap, then you can try that Speedzone. Larger forearmed golfers will like how the Basara feels, but it and the Helium fly similarly. And for folks that are looking to swing from the top like Tiger, then I'd go with that Tensei Blue. In the regular flex, we are sticking with the Extreme. But again, if you have a lower handicap or like having a driver you can play around with, go with that Speedzone. Still comes in the Helium. Again, great all-around shaft. The Helium 3 launches the highest, and then you'll have that Blue Atmos. We'll go a bit lower, and then the Helium 5. So if you need more height, go with one of those 2. But what I notice is that smooth, fluid, low-tempo swingers gravitate towards the Helium, and those that swing from the top like the feel of the Atmos a bit better. If you want a mid-launching shaft, go with that Tensei, and then for those that hit the ball really high and want to hit it a lot lower, you can try that Rogue. Also, the shaft I would suggest if you feel you might be on the cusp of a stiff shaft but don't quite have that distance that a stiff shaft might warrant. If that's the case, then try that Rogue. Now, once we do look at the stiff shaft selections, we'll switch up the driver head, so suggest the Speedzone first, but if you don't really spray the ball or have a huge fade, then go with that Extreme. There's just one high launching shaft in this group, and then we have that mid-launching Tensei. The next 6 shafts are all very low launching, low spin shafts. The first one we look at is one of the lowest launching shafts in another company, so I'll try to overly explain why you should choose one over the other. The black smoke is better for high tempo from the top swingers. Yellow is going to be for the smooth, fluid Ernie Els like swingers, and then the Rogue falls somewhere in between. So if you're not sure if you swing fast or slow, tempo wise, then go with that Rogue. Next three, all very, very low launching. So the Black Atmos I'll suggest for the from the top swingers, and also for those that have arms longer than they are tall. It's a weird observation, but for whatever reason, big wingspan folks tend to like this one. The T1100, great all-around shaft, and along with the Rogue, it's the one I would suggest most people in this category go with. Green Smoke is the beefiest of the bunch and reserved for those that are athletic, swing as hard as they can, and swing from the top. So baseball players really like that one. But again, if you're a smooth swinger, go with either the T1100 or the yellow. All these shafts carry over into the extra stiff category, and we get an addition with the helium. So if you hit a low bullet and want some more height, you can try either that Blue Atmos or helium. Mid-launch, mid-tempo swingers, maybe try the Tensei. But like in the other videos, if your gradient ball speed is required to need an extra stiff shaft, then one of the easiest ways to add more distance, just lower the backspin, which all of the following 6 shafts do. So Smoke Black from the top swinger. Smooth swingers like Adam Scott, go with the yellow. Unsure what you are, try that Rogue or T1100. The Atmos Black for from the top swingers and big wingspanners, and then that green for crossfitters that want to wail at the ball. Hope this was helpful and that you get out and play sometime soon. I kind of liked their video, so I threw it on the end of this one. Thanks. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're interested in purchasing the clubs, again, try to do a fitting first, but if you can't get out or if you've already done one, there's always the link below. You can fill that out. I'll give you a call. We can order the clubs right up for you. Hope everyone's having fun. Stay safe and play well.